One of the most painful subjects when it comes to Shidduchim is when someone has in the family all a line of kids. So many times have 3 kids in Shidduchim, 4 kids, 5. I know so many families, unfortunately, who have 6 and even 7. And I know a family with 8 and 9, and even one family that I know that has 11 kids in Shidduchim. And the parents are stuck. I'm not giving out anyone only with order. And unfortunately, it is a very painful subject, but we have to talk about it because I got so many phone calls from the Litvische community to talk about it. It's a very big crisis. So first of all, who am I to talk? So I want to just make this very clear to you. I went through this Nisayon, and in my house I skipped a son with a son, and it is painful. But I know that I made the right decision. I did it with Das Teure. I had no choice. We had to do it. Now, exactly as it doesn't make sense for anyone to say none of my kids should have children until the oldest one has children, everyone has to wait. Doesn't make sense, right? It's painful when the oldest one doesn't have kids and everyone in the family already has kids. It is extremely painful. You're not going to tell them, excuse me, you can't have kids. Exactly as it doesn't make sense for you to tell your kids, listen, you know the oldest one is a little bit schwach. He's not the best in class. So everyone has to be slow. Everyone has to make sure that the marks of the other kids shouldn't be better of the older kids, right? Doesn't make sense, right? And exactly as it doesn't make sense for parents to tell the kids, sorry, you cannot have panosa yet because the oldest one doesn't have panosa. And it doesn't make sense for a truck driver to say, listen, I got hit. I'm going to wait here 3 hours. I'm not going to move off the road and let everybody pass. I have to be here. Sorry, you have to wait. I understand that kids are not trucks and kids are not businesses, but exactly as those 4 things that I mentioned doesn't begin to make sense, letting children wait because of they have an older child does not begin to make sense. And I know all of you, a lot of people are going to come and say, hey, Bashet. So we have a very clear guidance in Chazal, in Shalos and Chivas form, in Das Teure, what they're telling us. So Chazal tell us very clearly, you're allowed to finish a Shidduch, Shemo Yekad in Tisha B'Av, the saddest day of the year, Shemo Yekad many achas. Maybe somebody else is going to come and grab away a Shidduch. Hey, what happened with Bashet? Chazal tell us very clearly, Amashe Bitoy Bogris, those who don't let the daughter getting married, Nikro Rushe Urim is a naked Rushe. Chazal doesn't tell us, I'm sorry, when it's going to come to your time, it's just going to get engaged. Bashet. Doesn't say. The Torah tells us, Al kain yazov ish es ovi ve'es imoy ve'dovak be'ishto, and it does not say chutz if he has an older brother or older sister. In Igris Moshe, Evan Wezer, Chaylik Dalet, I think, Siman Aleph. Look inside. Somebody's asking him this question. My brother does not let me go because he's going to be makpid. Moshe tells him there's no such a thing as Peide. If your older brother, Chas v'Sholem, is not a Shomer Shabbos, you are not going to be a Shomer Shabbos either. A mitzvah of Pirya V'Rivya is on every single person. Look on your dining room walls. Look on this chest that you have in your dining room. So many families have huge pictures with children, grandchildren, great. Can I know such large families? And you don't have it because you don't want to let your kids out because they must go in order. That's where you decided. And it really, really hurts everyone because you 4 kids that you have in your house, there are other 4 kids that are waiting for them. And you don't let anyone go because of the oldest one. That's just not right. It's not the right Torahic way. The Chassam Sofer tells us very clearly, Simen Nin Hayin Shalos Yeshivas Orechaim, that a Shidduch is a bechira of a person. It is a choice of a person. And if a person does not make this choice, Hashem cannot and will not help him. And the Chassam Sofer is asking the same question. Bashet, Arboim Yom Koydem Etziras Havlad, and the answer of the Chassam Sofer is, Ein Luni Eisig Ben Isturis. We have no clue what it means. And it doesn't say Bashet. So, do the right thing. I had last year a family, in beginning of Tufshin Pai Gimel, a family that had 6 kids in Shidduchim. And they were very stubborn about it. And I basically told them, listen, don't say you're skipping. Just say, I'm opening the door for everyone. We are now 1.5 years later since I spoke to that person. They married off 5 kids. 5 out of the 6 are already married. You know why? And they didn't go in order. Open the door for everyone. I know so many like that. Let your kids go. Kids understand it, and you never know who is going to be the shadchan by your oldest one. I have, and I'll conclude with that, I have someone who let 3 siblings go, and the youngest of the 3 siblings' husband was the shadchan, one of his family. So don't make Hashem cheshbonos. When a kid comes to the age, you have to let him out. I know it's painful, but it's still the right thing to do. Sit down, discuss it with your spouse, and make the right thing. Al kan yaze vishe suve vesima veduvik beishtoi simet of a mazdov yailun chol Yisrael uman.